Today we're going to be rebuilding a 0 overall New Orleans Saints team. It's been a while since we've done a 0 overall rebuild in general, but also because the Combine is on, I feel like the very next rebuild realistically that we're going to make, I would like to have the updated athletics from the Combine itself for as many players as possible, because obviously a lot of guys, as usual, which I don't blame them, are going to be foregoing or have foregone the drills. But of course, this Saints team, it is a 12 overall across the board, meaning none of these guys can actually develop. No matter what these upgrades say, you cannot develop these players. I don't know what the glitch is there. I guess it makes sense because, I mean, what are you going to do with, 0 speed, 1 excel, 0 power move, 5 finesse, that kind of stuff? You can't really develop that. It would take you 100 years. So it makes sense that you cannot afford this bucket. One of the good things about doing these types of rebuilds, though, is early on, the simulation is pretty chill. You just simulate. You don't need to worry about re-signings or breakouts or any of that stuff because, well, none of those guys matter. You actually want them to leave. You want these guys to retire, have contract needs, and you don't re-sign them because, obviously, they're not players you want to keep, which a lot of their salaries are pretty expensive. Having to hold on to guys that have 30, 40 million guaranteed while still trying to build and replace those players while they're on the roster is definitely tough, which we're going to have some more parameters in there as well. We're going to make it where you can trade down, but we're going to make it also, I think, where we can't trade up. So if we're trading from 1 and we want someone at like 12, we got to have a pick around 12 or higher because we're not going to move down to 30 and then trade up. So we're not going to allow those trade-ups. We're only going to be trading down. So whatever we're getting, we basically have to use it that year or next year, whatever. We can't use them to like double up and move up. We're also going to allow free agent signings, but we're not going to allow trades. So if I want to trade a player off, I can trade them for draft picks, but I can't get players. I can't use picks for players. I can't use players for players. So we can only trade away players, not gain them. And of course, as you would expect, we are 0-17. But believe it or not, I also have a couple of other ideas for making this an even harder challenge in the future. If we're able to successfully complete this, the next rebuild could be even more brutal. So if you guys want to see that, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're new. But let's take a look at these statistics as Derek Carr had 0 touchdowns, 33 interceptions. We had 2 rushing yards total. Kamara with 103 negative yards. Receiving, not much better. Sack totals, actually not the worst. Then you look over at the defense. A lot of tackles for our linebackers and whatnot. No sacks, 2 interceptions. Kicking, we had 4 attempts, so we got in field goal position 4 times. Missed all of them. Punts, 47.4 yards per punt, but also 168 punts. I mean, you compare that to the rest of the league, and yeah, that's like triple the punts everyone else has, which is ridiculous. We're not going to win any awards. Maybe the linebackers are on the board, but we'll still take a quick look, at least at our direct competitors in the NFC. Any award wins for us? Linebacker? Like, on the list for linebacker? No, not even linebacker. Tackles mean nothing to them. We have a really weird one. The Lions and Chargers in the Super Bowl. Mind you, this is the updated roster set. And the only thing we did was change our players to 0 overall. We didn't release a bunch of really good players and, maybe the Lions or the Chargers signed them. We literally only lowered our ratings. Some really good players here retiring, as you see. Von Miller, Trent Williams, Cameron Hayward. And you also have the Lions win the Super Bowl. So very impressive stuff to see the Lions do that. Also, quick look at our schedule. I want to see how the games actually went. So 0 points there. Yeah, 0 points everywhere. No touchdowns, no field goals. Oh my. Did we give up 100 points in any of the games? 126 in preseason to the Niners. That is like a grudge level of mad taking it out on us. 126 points. Any dev-ups? I'm trying to think. I don't think any of these guys would have been there, right? DeMario would have already been an X Factor. Really wonder if DeMario Carr, they're already here because the retirements are in because we simulated. So yeah, we didn't lose any of those players, which really sucks, especially since they're so low of overalls. Really wish they would have retired. We lost Taysom Hill, unfortunately, but he's not really making that much compared to those other names. And of course, another thing, don't need to look at the storylines. There's no point in trying to get off-season workouts going because, well, it doesn't matter. Those guys are all players that can't upgrade, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the No, let's not look at the negotiations. Let's move on to free agency, where we're going to finally get our first look at actually developing players. Let's see what we can do with this free agent group. We have 17 overall right now. the best player. Oh, Zach Martin, who did announce his retirement in real life. That is not a name you ever see, by the way. You never see him in free agency. We're going to go out and grab him if we can, see if the interest is there. We might be able to compete with the Steelers here. The question is, do we want to? It's not about really winning early, in my opinion, but it's about building up a roster, even if they're all old, to have the youngsters develop, right? If I have a young quarterback, let's say we're going for a QB, which we probably will, if there's one worthy of going for, I want the best team around him, even if we're only going to win 5 games. I want him to have the best chance to put up Rookie of the Year type numbers. So we're going to continue to try to go for Zach Martin, but I want to take a look at the rest of the players real quick. Ernest Jones, that's a really good name. Last time we did a 0 overall rebuild, even these names, which aren't really even that great, we didn't have this good names, I don't think. So definitely intriguing, to say the least. Elijah Molden could be a name. So, pretty much anyone in the 21 to 26-year-old range is going to get my eye. And then anyone that's in the 82-plus overall range is going to get my eye as well. So I don't even know what get my eye means, but I've said it, and now I'm committed. Not going to pay Justin Fields. I really don't. Is there a really young player here that we can maybe develop? If not, we're probably just going to wait for the draft in totality. All right, we made some offers. I have really no idea what's going to happen here. All right, so we have a couple of guys here. We did get 3. Wow. Okay, so we got Ryan Kelly. It was very expensive, 2-year $40. The thing is, I wanted to stick it to the Colts, just like they did in the Super Bowl, as the Colts wanted him back bad. They had a 5-bar, so we stole him, and then Zach Martin, a 1-year $30. That's not bad. These contracts, both of them, they're pretty fair for open market. And then Michael Pratt. At least we have, who I may have called Chris Pratt. I might have. At least we have a quarterback, Elijah Moore. Really hope we get him too, because he is so young. Oh, man, that kind of sucks. We have, 20-some million. We need to try to get a wide receiver. I got to have somebody, right? Keenan's got some offers now. We got to have somebody to throw to that's at least somewhat young, right? I don't think there is anyone, though. Sky Moore, that's a name drop. Screw it, dude. Sky Moore it is. Why not? Imagine he becomes something. That'd be cool. New name. We haven't really utilized him ever. Don't think any team has, really. Terrace as well. Why not? 2 names that, a couple Maddens ago, you would probably want them in your first round. You're not first round, but first season, try to develop those guys. See if we can get them. We'll at least have someone young enough to start. And we do get Terrace Marshall and Sky Moore. 2 not great players, but, good enough to at least field out there in case we can't do well in the draft. Typically, I'd like to get a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a running back in the first year of a 0 overall, but it's not always that easy. This team should have a couple of extra picks from the Lattimore trade, I believe. I kind of just chose the Saints just because I wanted to use the Saints. But, they do actually have some extra draft picks as well. So, that'll definitely help us out. Definitely will make things a little easier. Do we have any money? Can we create some money? No, we can't. We can get rid of Ryan Ramczyk, Tyrann Mathieu. That's kind of it, though. Which, I wonder if either, if not both, are they retiring in real life? Ramczyk is done, right? I'm pretty sure. All right, we are a pick 1 overall, and I'm having a tough time here because there are some pretty decent quarterbacks, but you can also argue going to the second round and grabbing Will Weber. B's across the board, athletic, good throw power, well, actually great throw power technically, looking like a guaranteed star plus, which is good enough for me, but you do also have some other guys. Keith Breston, lol, and then Staley. Both pretty damn good, pretty good accuracy, specifically from Staley. Do you take one of those guys? I don't know. The other problem I have is we have a defensive tackle that very well could be a generational, and he does have the top 5 talent grade. Decided to scout him further. 6'6", 292, 23 years old, unfortunately, but B block shed, B finesse, A power move, A tackle, and then boom. Very, very, very athletic. Could he be non-generational, though? That's the problem. If there's even a slight chance, which I really think this is an X factor. If there's even a slight chance, though, trading down is the right move. Trading down is the right move in general because we have so many needs. We need edge. We need everything, right? We need everything. I think we're going to take Weber in the second round, probably a pick 1 in the second round, or maybe we drop down to 8 or something like that. Corners are really weak position this class, which is shocking to me. We do have this ironically named Little, who's 23 years old. Scouted him because he's 6'4", does seem to be a 2 to 3 talent grade. That could be all over the place. I'm expecting maybe a good player. I don't know. It's tough, though, because I really want Waylon because I think he's a generational. But we need a lot of positions. We need, wide receiver even. Pick 1 overall has crazy value. So there's a good chance that you trade down and you get tenfold what even one generational is going to bring. If it's a quarterback, sure. Wide receiver, possibly. Edge, maybe. DT, it's good. But is it really worth throwing away all of these draft picks? I don't think so. It's going to be hard to pass on. I'm going to have to take a look at the value because, I mean, the Dolphins here at 6. We're not going to get the DT, but we could get something else trading down to that 6 spot. We're going to have to do the math because there's a lot of different offers in here that are giving me all sorts of things that I'm not really sure who the best is. I would like to probably stick around 20, but at the same time, if I could trade down to a team that's not looking so good. Oh, what is this? Vikings are offering me 2 first-round picks? What were the Dolphins offering? Okay, I mean, well, I don't even need to do the math here. A first for 3 straight years. I mean, I could, I can't move those up, but that's worth it, I think. Let's see. I mean, they're taking Waylon. They take Waylon. So, I mean, if that is a generational, they've made the ultimate play, right? I think we're going to be moving down, though, to like 16 because I think we should be able to get a wide receiver there. Once again, we can't trade up. We've made that rule very clear. We cannot trade up. So whatever we're going to trade down for, that's what we're stuck with. If we wanted a draft pick for next year, you can't do the Bears. 19, I'm loving it. I'm not loving it. It's all next year stuff. Packers give me a first next year as well. 25, we get a first next 2 years from now. Eagles, it's too far for me. I want to get to I really like that third, though. That third does basically nothing for me. Let's go to I don't really like that trade either, but let's go to the Buccaneers. They got a second round next year to move all the way up to 4. I probably should have done a different trade. I should have done something manual. Because that is... Yeah, I should have really... Because I could have went with a pass rusher here. Oh, I really sold. Can't go back on it, though. We talked about it. We are not trading up. No trade-ups allowed. Quarterbacks are still there. Weber, at least. And then what else do we have? So Dockery, the wide receiver. Kind of the guy I was thinking about trading for. Also the DT Friedman. Any edge rushers? I think they're all gone, really high. So I think with this pick, we're going to take one of the wide receivers. I don't know who, but one of them. And I thought that wide receiver is going to be Dockery because he's tall, but I think Demetrius Greer has a safer build. So that's what I'm going to take. A 4'4" guy, safer build. True talent 4, mind you. Unfortunately, normal dev, but really good draft pick there. Pick one in the second round. I'm probably not going to mess around. I'm just going to take Weber there. I'm just not going to mess around with that. Let's just guarantee ourselves a quarterback. Hopefully he is hitting like we're expecting him to be. Will Weber, I think he has the prototypical hidden dev build. And I'm wrong. Okay, normal dev. All right. I mean, the true talent's good enough. He's in the low 70s. But so far, even though we got a bunch of draft picks for the future, I'm not really loving how we did this. Not really loving it. And then the Lions are going to give us a really good trade. We're getting a third next year, a bunch of 6th-round picks to move down to the end of this round. Got a couple of guys. Maybe Tatum, the linebacker, would have been worthy. He's a 2 to 3, but realistically, I'm chilling at 32. Tatum goes really close out of the Eagles at 62, automatically telling me that it was a good pick if we would have taken him. First pick, though, here, I think is going to go to the tight end Irving. Pretty sure he was the fast one, right? 4.6. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe Winters was faster. I can remember there was one of them that was faster than the other, I think. Oh, they're both pretty fast. Can't trade up, though, so the wait and see approach isn't going to really work here. Also, just completely sold on edge, but the hell do I do here? I don't actually know. I guess we got the 4.45 middle linebacker. Jeromepkr. Looks good enough to me. Jeromepkr. These guys are usually pretty usable. 25 true. Normal dev, though. These devs are killing me. Oh, wow. We don't have another pick till 21. Oh, lordy. Well, if we want a tight end, which I do, I'm going to have to take one now. I take Irvin because he's younger. That's my thought process. 8 catching traffic with younger. True talent 8. Finally a hidden. There you go. Unfortunately, it's one of those positions that really just does not matter comparatively. There's so many other positions we could have went for. Hopefully there's a linebacker, someone here. O-line even. Center. All right, so let's make sure. I want to make sure there's no one else. Linebacker is there. We could probably have got day 3 linebackers. We'll wait. Safeties are all gone, sadly. That corner, Little, looks good, too. Running back, Bankson. Was he fast? 4.39. Man, there's some decisions to make here. Decisions. We need O-line, obviously. Which one of these offensive linemen look the best? This is actually kind of tough. I would argue Adkins looks the better of the two. JoJo Atkins. True talent 35. Hidden dev. Don't know if he was, but he's hidden dev. That's all that matters. Pick one of the 4th round. This is going to be a tough one. Hopefully we got some higher picks. 21. Yikes. This is linebacker corner. I think you go Little if Little's there still. Really want that running back too, but I think you got to bet on Little because he's tall, which I know it sounds so stupid, but 76 true, please. Yes, there it is. Hidden dev. Taking a chance on a 23-year-old. It works out. 21, maybe we get a linebacker. Probably not, though. At best, we're probably looking at running back or safety. That's, or corner that maybe plays safety. Bankston's still there. The DT's UDFA is still there, but that's not really surprising. Was Bankston actually anything good? Steven Bankston. It really isn't, but I'm going to take him anyways. I just need somebody starting at the spot. 134 true. 94 speed, but yeah, normal dev. Rough. Man, it's really tough not being able to trade up. It really is. Let's go to the first pick in the 6th round. We obviously have to compare those QBs. You got to look at the DT. It's going to be a little bit of a longer draft because obviously we have so many picks and the trade downs and whatnot. Do we go Thomas? Because that wide receiver is really not good. Thomas to play safety. Welcome. 160 true, normal dev, 92 speed at safety is not bad. Hudson's so raw, but he is pretty fast, so we're going to go with him. Xavier Hudson. I don't know why he's still there. 114 true, normal dev, pretty fast. Don't know if he's going to start, though. I mean, obviously the guy we drafted, Greer, he's number 1, then probably Terrace, I would say. Maybe Sky Moore because he's a little younger. I don't know. What are this running back? I'm pretty sure any running back that's on my board is very slow, right? Yeah, I mean, he's not fast. He's not slow, but he's not fast. That solid tells me like 90 speed. Moulton, he was fast, wasn't he? Go for another running back. Matthew Moulton, maybe we get lucky with a dev. True talent, 124, really? Higher than the other guy. Okay, I mean, I'm starting whoever's better. I don't really care. I don't have any ties with any of them. They're pretty late picks no matter what. We have the choice between Jones and Stephenson for kicker. We could go for both. We're going to go with Stephenson. They're both good, both with C accuracy. 93 kick power. Well, I'm going to need a punter, so it looks like Jones is off the hook of having to join the worst team in the league. Unless the punters are really bad, then we go back to Jones anyways. Never mind. League kick power, that's all I need to see. Max Reed, true talent too, and Dev, 99 kick power. Generational punter, that's pretty cool. Didn't take any time with that one. I mean, it's elite kick power. He has the highest accuracy, so, I mean, who's going to beat that, Nobody. Doesn't matter if the guy was 24. Let's take a look at the draft recap. I forgot the quarterback was not our first pick. I was like, damn. But still, that's a great pick. Those first 6 picks are actually really good, even though most of them are normal dev. Wide receiver, Greer, got to compare him to Dockery, obviously, but ridiculously talented. That was a good draft pick. All right. I mean, that looks way better than I thought it was going to be. Pick 4 overall, to be fair, true talent-wise. Weber at 72. I was thinking 70, 71, so that's a plus for me. Looks pretty good. Pretty good quarterback. We'll obviously start him, and hopefully he develops. Then we move on to McKnight, the 74 overall middle linebacker. Took him right at the end of the seconds. The dev's not there, but insanely athletic. Actually looks pretty damn talented. I thought he was going to be one of those really raw, hidden dev guys that needs development, but he's kind of like a put-together fast guy, but has no dev. Irving, not great deep or run block, but those are the guys that always do really well developing for me. So let's see if we get lucky with the dev. Superstar! There you go. That's a good pick. We love it. Then we had a lineman, finally. JoJo Atkins. The hidden dev. Probably should have moved over to left guard. Could have taken a look at the dev while we were there because we have Zach Martin. We have 3 starting linemen now. For how long? I don't know. I mean, at least 1 year. And then we'll see what happens with the center, Ryan Kelly. But really good man in press. We knew that. Dev, hopefully, for superstar, right? We're praying. Yes, there you go. That's why we take those chances on those taller corners, even though they look kind of mid. Got that chance at superstar, and we've got ourselves. And normally these guys, we draft them, we don't start them. But this guy obviously is going to get a start. Running backs, they're both pretty similar. Moulton is definitely faster when you consider agility and change of direction and whatnot, but they're very similar. What about like juke move and whatnot? Juke move 84, spin move 77. They're about the exact same there too. A little bit better trucking though. No, they're both they're almost exact the same player. I think Moulton's a little bit better in receiving. I think he's just a slight bit better in general. So Moulton's going to be our starting running back, I think. But let's take a look at these players. How good was Jack Whalen? Okay, I just seen 95 tackle. I think I seen all I need to see. 81 overall, 82 speed, a 95 tackle rating, dude. 82 power move, really athletic. I mean, I don't really need to look at the dev. Strength's a little low, but we'll take a look anyways, just in case we dodged a bullet. We didn't. We did. I don't know if we really dodged a great move, but we definitely did not dodge a bullet. I'll tell you that much. Breston, Keith Breston, please be normal. Damn. Hidden dev. Looks great. Great throw power. If he's only star, though, I can live with it. Especially if we're on the NFC. He's on the AFC. Better chance of the, breakout or the Rookie of the Year award win, which gives him the dev up. Only star, so once again, not going to lose sleep over it. And then Rams, normal dev, Staley. There was a good chance that might have been the guy we would have chosen out of the two. So arguably dodged a bullet there and gained so many draft picks in the process. What about Dockery? Please be normal. 72 overall. Hidden, so 5 overall is less, more raw, but hidden dev. If he's higher than star specifically, definitely a bad move. Pass it on him, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, that's a bad move. 3 dev difference, and he's 5 inches taller. That is a sell and a half. Okay, well, I should have went with my gut. I was just thinking Greer was the safer bet, but Dockery obviously had the higher ceiling every day of the week. And then the last player I want to see, I suppose, while we're here, is Mr. Tatum. Would have been our guy if if he would have been there, I would have taken him. Definitely better than our guy automatically just because he is hidden. Better chance to develop. Although we've had some pretty good luck with normal devs anyways. Star dev. But yeah, that wide receiver Dockery, that is such a bad move. I guess since we're here, we'll try to look at Winters as well. Just to see if we made the right call there. Winters, 74 overall. Hidden dev as well. A little bit more balanced. Take a look at that dev. Can't wait to see Superstar X-Vat or something like that around here. Star, so we made the right call there. Here we go for the first season team. We did pretty well with the offensive line. I mean, the problem is they're all really old players that are going to retire on us. We need a new right tackle, we need a new left tackle, we need a new right guard more than likely, and then center's not going to be too far behind. But for right now, it's actually not bad. Wide receivers, wide receiver 1 looks long-term. Wide receiver 2, 3, I don't know. Running back, I don't know. Quarterback, even that, I don't know. But looking promising with Weber. And then tight end 1 obviously is set for the long term. Defense, middle linebacker 1 looks good. Cornerback 1 looks good. Everything else, I could easily see replacing every single one of these guys. So we did enough to feel the roster, but yeah, definitely did not do as well as I was hoping, especially at the edge department. I'm trying to think of what we're going to gain. I mean, it's good. There's so many draft picks that we gained from that trade down, so it's going to take a long time to really know. But was it worth it not going for Whalen? I don't know. I think so, to be honest. These upcoming drafts are getting extra first-round picks. That's huge. We actually had some wins this year. 4 wins. 13 losses, but 4 wins. Greer had a great year. Not messing around. We're rocking those playbooks. The Packers offense, Bills defense. That's my consistent go-to. It's defense, yeah, I'll say is probably the meta, at least from what I've experienced. Offense, not quite. Let's still say the Chiefs is definitely the best, but I really like the Packers numbers, and you can see here, pretty good numbers. Passing, rushing is going to be just terrible with these backs, but Sky Moore had a great year as well, so, I mean, it's not a bad year at all. O-line, I mean, the left tackle wasn't great, but everyone else was really good. Defensively, not expecting anything on the D-line, but, we're just hoping for something crazy. Not going to get it, though. Kicker was horrible. We need a new kicker. Punter, though, generational. He'll be here long-term. Great year for him. All I ask is Rookie of the Year. That's literally all I ask. Oh, we got what we asked for, but that is not what I wanted. Oh, that sucks. I mean, I'm glad it's one of our guys, but yes, I would have rather had that be Weber, dude. And then McKnight loses it to Whalen of all people. Oh, that sucks. But the fact that McKnight was right there tells me Whalen probably did have a pretty bad season or pretty average season for considering what he was. Yeah, or not. Or not. He had 17 sacks. Maybe not. Doesn't really matter, though, because not only we have these extra picks, this year and the next year, but also Greer had a great year, and, Greer wouldn't have been gotten if we didn't trade down, so you win some, you lose some. You get an 85 overall wide receiver, you lose a soon-to-be 99 overall DT, but I think it's worth it. I mean, Greer literally looks like another Chris Olave, just a little bit slower, but he's right up there already. It's a good pick. Wide receiver is really tough to get. DT, not easy, but also not as hard, as wide receiver, in my opinion. Weber, great year. I mean, his deep accuracy is not great, but 81 overall really blows. He didn't get to star. If I could have traded it, obviously, I would have taken away Greer, because he's already great. But I would have taken away Greer's dev ups and giving them to Weber. Also, I don't know if, no, retirement/regressions have not hit yet. McKnight didn't go up in dev either. Lovett and Crisp did, though. That is interesting. Crisp is a solid-looking defensive tackle type, so I'm going to put him at DT, and he might be a long-term option for us. We'll see what to pay him, obviously, but interesting. 68 overall, go up to what, 71 probably as a DT? 70. Nice. Not bad at all. And then Lovett somehow also went up, but yeah, he's a little bit on the older side. Very good finesse, but we'll probably look for a replacement. But for now, if we can afford them, if either they want to stick around, I'll pay him. Obviously, I'll pay him. And then Simmons went up in dev as well, 76 overall now. But yeah, let's see who wins the Super Bowl between the Ravens and the Lions, and then go into our re-signings where I really didn't expect to already be re-signing people. You know, I thought we were going to be just constantly replacing nothing but trouble and drafting, and then year 4 you finally start to pay people. But no, we're, especially if Zach Martin's still around, we're going to be re-signing some players. Winner is the Ravens by 4. Retirements, let's see it. Please, not Zach Martin. Please. I see Goodwin. And he's still here. Zach Martin sticks around, so we can pay him, and his price was a lot cheaper at the time, at least, than what we paid him, because, you know, he was open market. We'll see what we can do now, though. He's probably not super interested. 165 mil, so money's not a problem. Might even be able to get some more if we wanted. But I'll do a 1-year 22 just to guarantee he sticks around, because that tag's going to be at least 23 regardless. So might as well do it. 1-year 22. Overpaid, technically, sort of, but worth it every day of the week. Simmons had a great year, but let him go to a team that actually can utilize him properly. Hyde had a pretty good year, too. I mean, I would do a 1-year 7 if he's down. Yeah, probably will be. Let's see what else we got. Crisp. A little expensive. I want to actually see what his ratings are before I do this, because he is a little expensive. 23 years old isn't crazy. Yeah, I mean, that is... I'll do the base 2, but I was thinking about doing, like, way long-term. I'll do a 2-year 15. 2-year 16? Let's do 2-year 15. Let's do 2-year 16, whatever. Thank you. Resigns, we have, you know, one less player to fill. Lovett was actually pretty good. Now that I think about it, he's actually better than the guy we just re-signed, but also, is Lovett... Did we draft Lovett? I don't see him here. Or is he... I don't know when we got him, but he doesn't need a contract, so we're chilling. A lot of money still, so if there's somebody in free agency that looks good, we're going to get him. Please be running back. I hate developing running back. Please be a good one. What do we got? Joe Tooney. James Cook. That counts. That counts as a good running back. I'm going to be paying him a lot. Whatever I need to pay him to get him here, I'm doing it. Does not matter. Come on, tell me nobody wants him. Just tell me nobody wants him. Okay, they want him, obviously, but it's not as bad as it could have been. We're going to do the 3-year instead, because it's not only going to save us money, but also that regression it is valid. So it's a lot of money. It's nearly 20 mil per year, but he is a 90 overall, so it's worthy. And somehow, you got Jameson Williams and Shakir. You also have AVT. I don't know what these contracts are like. You usually don't see these guys coming in here this early. I'm going to compare their seasons, because I think Shakir might be better, and he's a little bit cheaper and wants to be here more. So, I mean, it's all kind of pointing towards Shakir. So, 928, 1184 beforehand. And then Shakir, who just got paid in real life, or Shakur, I don't even know, dude. A little more consistent, a little bit better. I mean, obviously, Jameson's the guy you would want more in a user league situation where you're actually playing the games, but I mean, Shakir does look better, right? He looks better. He might be a little bit easier for us to get because of the interest. Okay, so we're not getting Shakir. We'll see if we can get Jameson. Throw that offer on there. If we have to bump it, we'll see. Okay, the Raiders are the only team that are really offering him anything serious, so let's, I mean, how much is this? Is this 30 per? 28 per? I mean, at 88 overall, I don't mind that. I might offer a little bit more, because our wide receivers, if we get this guy, if we get Jameson Williams, they're set. The wide receiver position is literally solved. We don't have to worry about any more wide receivers. The 2 we got would be perfectly fine. I had to offer him $37 million per year to get this kind of green interest. That is ridiculous, but I'm gonna do it. I need that wide receiver, man. And then AVT, also another name that's here, and we can get our name on the board with a 5 bar. So we'll see if we can try to get him. We'll see. I want to try to get as the top. If I can get to the top dog, we got all this money. 3-4 years. I mean, by the time those contracts are up, we'll be able to, you know, move on if we have to. Any other positions, though? I don't know. Seems like those, you know, pretty top-heavy of the free agent class, but Pace, a little too expensive. I think we're going to go the rookie route there. Nakobe Dean, he just doesn't develop for me, man. He just doesn't. Yeah, I mean, we're going to look around, see if there's an edge or something, but these 3 names, I'm just hoping we get at least 2 of them. We're on the top for all of them, so let's just hope. Damn, free agency is crazy, though. $20 million per for freaking Kwity Paye. That's ridiculous. All right, moment of truth. They're all gone. I just need to see 2 names. All right, those are the 2 names. You know, if AVT's gone, that sucks. But Cook and Jameson Williams were the 2 I really wanted. That would have been such a scam if Jameson didn't go here. The highest paid wide receiver of all time, and he's only 88 overall. You know, Nick Cross, great contract there, 3-year, $15. And then James Cook, very expensive as well, but some premier positions that are a bit hard to kind of draft and develop, in my opinion. So I am A-okay with those. I don't think there's anything. You know, I was looking at Christian Harris, but it was like a 1 year. I'll offer the 1 year. He's not going to accept it, but we'll at least have a name there in case he decides to join. But yeah, I like this offseason. Not bad at all. Some really big ones, especially Cook. That was huge. All right, here we are in the draft, pick 1 overall again, of course. Very close to not being, though. So when I say of course, not necessarily of course. Unfortunately, some of the edge rushers that were top 5 projected, not looking too good after the fact. I'd probably rather just wait on for Griffin here as a 1-2, and then I have another guy a little bit later, Mr. Where the hell is he? Tolbert. 6'4", 249, you know, looks kind of raw, but very fast. So A to C finesse move, you're taking the chance, but he's got to be at least C finesse. I'd rather do that. I'd rather trade like 20 here, or maybe in a 23 you take the edge, and, you know, you take the likes of Griffin, I think would be a better choice. Sure, the other guys might have higher dev, but if they're 2-3, 1-2, top 5, they're not worth it in my book. They're my book of not worthiness. And then also you have a guy like Richardson later, who I don't know if I take the chance on, but he's very fast. He's got a B zone coverage. Might be worth it. We have a couple other corners that look pretty good too. Who else was good? Richardson, McLeod. I think Patterson was actually really good. Let's see. He is... No, it was McLeod. So McLeod, B-man, B zone coverage, 1-2. I'm going to trade down to like 18 or something. If we can get 2 first-round picks somehow, that'd be insane. I don't think that's even possible here, though. But yeah, I'm going to trade down again. I mean, obviously, it's the best move. And I really wanted to get some picks this year, so Seattle is going to be our team we trade with. I don't think it's the best trade compared to that Vikings trade we had to, you know, because we got down from 1-4 and got all that. But they're giving us some extra stuff this year, and that's what I really want is this year pick. So pick 18, if he's there, I'm going to take that edge, which I have no idea. It looks like he's there to me. So that is going to be the move, I believe. Griffin, but let's make sure there's no other corners. I honestly think McLeod is the best. Man, I don't want to lose McLeod either, though. Do I have 2 edge rushers? I think I do, right? I have Golston, who isn't as good, but he's at least usable, right? If I had to use him, he's usable. He's pretty athletic. So I'm going to take the chance. No, I don't know, dude. I think McLeod will be there. So I'm going to go Marquise, Griffin, A power move, A tackle, 1-2 talent. I worry about hiddenness, though. Yeah, I mean, it's every time. They're almost always normal dev. Edge is just tough. Let's take a look at McLeod. Once again, we can't trade up, so where is he? Looks to be there. I seen Loud, and I was like, no way. McLeod. It wasn't Loud. It was, well, it was Loud, actually, but it wasn't McLeod. We also have McMillan, but DT, you know, we only need 1, realistically. McLeod, this guy, you know, this is the guy, number 2 corner. Hopefully, great complimentary piece. 22 true. Another normal dev. Oh, that sucks. If McMillan's there at 1, I'm taking him, but yeah, he likely will not be. But you never know. We'll see. And he is. Marquise, another Marquise. McMillan is there, so that's who we're going to take. Round 1 talent. Anyone want to be hidden? Thank you. Finally, somebody that's hidden dev. Oh my, it was starting to get pretty bad there. Pick 18 in the second round. Don't technically need a safety, but I don't love the guys we got up there, so if there's a safety that looks good, that's probably the route we're going to go. Which we do have Wooten, Robert Wooten, B zone coverage, and he's okay in speed. Not great, though. I don't really like this guy, but the slow players we usually pass on are pretty decent devs, so Robert Wooten, let's see it. Ah, we sold, but he's got a B+, which usually means hidden, I think. I've sold. I'm done. I'm never doing it again. I'm only taking the players I truly believe in. I'm not taking chances on players that I don't know for sure. I'm done with it. I've had enough. Bunch of linebackers. I'm hoping they're all there. So with this pick, I'm going to take one of these linemen. Ooh, day 3. Nice. Okay, so we're going to take whoever looks the best of these guys. They're all kind of like smaller players. They're all a little mid. I'm taking the guess that that A to C finesse for pass block is going to make Siri a good player. So, Siri, that's my guy. 35 true, is it? 35 true. Hidden dev. There you go. Linemen, they will repair your soul because they are always, I mean, not always, but they're usually hidden. We got to put an extra pick here. Please, linebackers, I need you to be here. Oh, they really aren't. It's just Tolbert. That sucks. Well, we're going to take Spencer Tolbert. Hidden dev, thank you. 96 true. I'm really shocked he's not hidden, but we do have a full D-line now. Now, how good will they be? I don't know. But we do have a full defensive line, and that's all that matters. What else do we have? Safety, corner. Corey Birch, obviously going to be our pick here. He's okay. Doesn't look great, but looks okay. 89 true. Normal dev, unfortunately. It's not a bad pick. But yeah, this whole not able to trade up thing has definitely added a wrinkle to this that I don't like. I don't like wrinkles. I don't like him. And then we're going to take this raw safety in the 4th round. He doesn't look great, but he's fast with a B hit power. So 95 true. Yes, of course. Why, of course? How could I forget? Hidden dev. What does that even mean, dude? The one guy that I just did not expect anything from is the one guy that's actually goated. I don't know, for sure. Nice. Let's trade this for next year. I'm going to just look for a 4th round pick. Got a couple of offers. I suppose the Broncos would be my best bet here. Wow, every single team in the league wants us. Okay, we'll go with the Cardinals. And for our final pick, a kicker with elite kick power. Looks pretty good to me. True pick 90, Owen Morgan, normal dev, 97 kick power. Not quite the generational that punter was, but looks good. Let's see the recap. I mean, once again, we got some more draft picks for the future, but without being able to trade up those picks, what are we going to do with them, you know? I don't know. But let's see. Ooh, don't love these overalls at all. 73 overall for Mr. Marquise Griffin. It wasn't like last year, where if there was a Waylon sitting there, I absolutely I draft them. But, this one, not as good. I was willing to take any sort of D lineman in the first pick overall. None of them were that good. McLeod looks pretty good. Marquise Griffin is good. It's just they aren't great, right? And then we have Marquise Dillon this time, who is definitely good. 81 block shed, pretty athletic, big fella. Hidden dev, automatic DT1, star dev. Still might need another DT, but we do have, a 23-year-old star sitting there with him. And then that strong safety raw, but hidden dev, I don't know who starts here. Wooten is good. I think Wooten and the other guy's going to start, even though I got Nick Cross. Nick Cross is just going to be a backup. Siri, who cares? Tolbert, is he our left end? I don't even know. What's that finesse? Yeah, 77 finesse. Expected good things from him. I think we got good things. I think that qualifies as good things, if you will. Overall, should be in the 70s when he goes left end. No, surprisingly not. And then Kareem Clifford, since we're going to be moving him to free safety, he's actually pretty big. We'll take a look at his dev since we're there anyways. Was there anyone we really wanted to see and we kind of sold on? I don't think so, right? 41's pretty cool. Star dev. Sorry, Camara. But yeah, not our best draft at all, but the overalls are decent. Just not a lot of hiddens, We're already in year 3 now, but the team is definitely getting there. It's an 80 overall squad, and, a lot of the players, we kind of have longer-term names there. Running back, quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, wide receiver 2. 2 of the linemen. We'll see what happens with Zach Martin again, and then, center, right guard, right tackle anyways, might need to be replaced. But then D-line, Tolbert, I really like the trajectory. I really like Griffin as well. I like both of them, but will they get dev-ups? Will they develop? I don't know. Corner 1 didn't go up as high of an overall as I thought he would have as a superstar, which is once again why I just don't trust 23, 24, because he's a superstar, 23-year-old. Corner 1 only went up a few overalls at 150 XP sliders. That's 50% more than the normal sliders. So think if he was normal dev, it's over for him. It's a wasted pick automatically. And then McLeod, a lot of potential there. Wooten and Clifford, I feel like, give us the longest, best term potential. The only guy with hidden is Clifford, so obviously he starts. And then Wooten is only a few overalls lower than Cross, yet he's like 3 years younger. So what am I supposed to do there? Linebacker, definitely need a new left out. McKnight, he did go up pretty high, even though he's only normal still. Then we will need a new right out. So looking over the team with all the draft picks we have, yet again, what we need, 3 linemen potentially, then no one else on offense, 2 linebackers on defense, maybe an edge or 2, maybe a DT, and then possibly safety. Not bad. We're like 33% of the roster needed left to replace. That's if that. So, pretty good. Not bad. A lot of money. Anyone to pay other than, potentially offensive lineman? Sky Moore, I mean, why not, right? We got the money. He's a solid wide receiver 3, 2 year, $16 million. I hate him. I don't like him. I don't want him on the team. Love it? I don't love it. 26 is pretty tough for that overall. Christian Harris, they're costly. I can't believe he even accepted the offer the first time. Zach Martin and Ryan Kelly could get contracts. We'll see. I'd imagine Martin's going to retire, though. So, a lot of money, but nowhere to go with it. Pretty rough start to the season. I have no idea if there's even a chance at the playoffs. But, we started the season out 0-7. Really made a run of it near the end. And we're the 1 seed away. 9-8 Saints. 8th seed. One hell of a turnaround. 0-7 to 9-8. I mean, that is a crazy run. I mean, look at this. I mean, we lost the final game against the Commanders. That was the team that literally had the 7th seed, no? Wow, that was playoffs. That was the playoffs. Jameson Williams, the number 1 wide receiver in the league for yards. Weber, another great year. Will he go to star? I don't know. Cook, good year, not great. Greer, another great year. Moore was solid. Tight end, not so good. O-line definitely improved, but we don't know about Siri. Probably had a terrible year. He at least had 7 sacks. D-line, Tolbert, the rookie, with 10. Crisp, not bad at 6. Griffin at 5. It's okay. McMillan at 4 is okay. Good tackles for a loss. Expecting some dev-ups there, at least one. Morgan, missing 3 kicks out of 20, and one of them was blocked. Really good year for him. Reed, another great year for him. Good stuff. I mean, it's 9-8, not making the playoffs, but it's a really good year, and I mean, it would be shocking if we don't make the playoffs next year. 4 for Jameson Williams. Any rookie award wins? Oh my God, we got a lot. We had freaking 5 of the top 6. 6 of the top 10. Tolbert wins rookie of the year, and he was normal dev. I mean, I guess both of the guys were normal dev. So he will go to star at least. Jameson is going to go to superstar. What a draft pick or signing that was in free agency. St. Just with dev up as well for the Commanders. Pretty impressive, but we don't like the Commanders. They stole our playoff spot. But hey, like I said, great year, huge step up. No longer the number 1 overall pick, which kind of sucks. There'll be probably some goated generational player, but at least we're showing some progress entering year 4. This could be a 6-year rebuild, because do you really count year 1? Technically not, right? So there could be 6 years if we don't get it done in 5. Winner of the Super Bowl is the Chiefs. We're finally getting things on. Yeah, I just saw it too. I was about to say, it's finally getting some things on track, and we already know that Zach Martin's going to retire, and we saw his name. He was right in there in lights. That sucks, dude. Really good offensive lineman just gone. See those dev-ups, though. See if we got any. Come on, quarterback. Weber, please. Damn, dude. That really sucks, but Jameis can go to superstar is great. 90 overall. Still probably not worth the $37 million per we're paying him, but at least he did get the wide receiver of the year, superstar dev. I mean, technically worth it because he won the award, but yeah, we're going to need 2 linemen minimum, debatably 3. Weber not going to star really hurts, though. And then Tolbert does go to superstar, straight an 81 overall. What a pick. Wow. I mean, finesse, dude. Telling you, speed rusher archetype, it just goes crazy. 93 finesse, 87 block shed, 83 power move. Like, that is a crazy year 1. I mean, that is unbelievable. Let's take a look at the rest, though. Dev up for McLeod. Nice dev up there, too. Huge. 80 overall. Our corners are set. We love to see it. That's a big one. That's a big dev up. We like that. Did we have anyone else? The linebackers didn't move either. Yeah, McKnight's still an 84 overall, but yeah. And, I mean, once again, you could say, oh, Tolbert, he shouldn't have went up that high. That's just the sliders being too high. Well, look at Griffin. He went up 2 overalls as a starter alongside him as a better player out the gate. No dev up. 2 overalls for a full season's work. Yeah, Tolbert went up really high. Griffin didn't, though. So, it's... Wow, Crisp is an 82 overall. I can't believe his glow up. But yeah, it's not guaranteed. It's far from it. D-line, I mean, ironically enough, the one guy we might need to replace is Griffin, who is the highest draft pick out of anyone. So, really surprising stuff there, but we'll take it. Clifford went up only 3 overalls despite being star dev, because probably regress. Yeah, safety's regressing. I love it. I'm glad they're really young and regressing. Little 81 overall. I mean, he's developing just really slowly for a guy with superstar. And then Wooten, really good zone coverage, but once again, losing in ratings. Lost 3 zone coverage at, 22 years old? And, like, not only is it a lot of work to reset him and reset the safeties, but I would have to reset all of them, across the league, which is just, I'm not doing that, dude. To make it fair, it would take way too much work, and it's just not worth it. It's just simply not. See, negotiations should be able to afford whoever we want. Do we pay? I guess we'll try again with Sky Moore. Do we pay Ryan Kelly, though? Sky Moore sticks around. 133 million more. I don't want to pay, I don't want to get another lineman because we need multiple. Cheap enough to where, if he does stick around at an 8 mil, if he's a backup, I can eat that cost. I'm not worried about it. Everyone else that we're going to let go, let's go to free agency. Storylines are all stupid, like, oh, I think I could do better, or I think we should grab a center or something. Like, I don't care, dude. I'm the freaking guy. I'm the guy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude. Free agency's cracked. All right, so we obviously know we're going to be going for Aiden Hutchinson. We all saw the name. We all knew it was going to happen. Can we get him, though? Because I don't know if anyone else is interested. Okay, we can go 5-bar. 42 million per year minimum. What is this? Like 42 and a half. It's 44. 44 million, and it's still not going to put us 5-bar. That's ridiculous. No wonder why he's a free agent. Who can afford this? We can, but like who else? 46 million per year. That's absurd, but welcome to the team. Although you got Kyle Hamilton. If he was green interest, I would actually argue maybe just not going Aiden, but it's because that price, dude. 35 even, I would be like, okay, that's good. I like it. 35, I'll do it. But it's even higher than that, man. 13 million for Tippmann. He definitely could play guard because he's a big guy. Trenton Simpson, I don't want to pay for a linebacker. Linebacker is kind of easy to get. So is lineman, though. So we'll see where we're at with Tippmann compared to the other teams, but I'd probably pull this off. 15 per over 3. I could live with that. I could definitely live with that. Tucker Kraft, man, we got some really good players in here. Although it's not Gibbs. Not that we need him because we got Cook, but Gibbs would be here by now, right? I think. Lions finding a way. I don't know what the hell's happening here, but they found a way, I think, to keep like most of their players. I know we're stealing Aiden Hutchinson off of them, so very ironic statement, but for the most part, they seemingly have kept their roster together. Well, these are the names we really want Aiden, though. Come on, don't do me like this. Thank you. A lot of money, so it makes sense. Tippmann, I'm not going to offer higher. Goes to someone else. I don't care. Aiden Hutchinson, brand new right end to go with Tolbert. We've got most of this roster fixed. We're looking really good. All right, we are in the draft for our Season 4, if you will, draft, and we have pick 4 overall. There is some linemen. Round 1 with a top 5 and a round 1 to 2 with a top 5. We need 3 linemen, arguably. Maybe not this moment, but definitely down the line. There's some really good linemen here. I don't know if I'm willing to go this high for them, but I might. I also scouted some other guys. Cornerback Cannon is a top 5. Got a lot of top 5s. This is honestly arguably our best knowledge rebuild, scout period, ever. We have 3 top 5 knowledges here with another top 1, round 1 grade. We'll see what we do. I don't know, because once again, we can't trade up. If we could trade up, we would dominate this first round. Pick 13, I think we can easily get pretty much anyone. Pick 4, though, if we really want that guard or that lineman, we got to go now. Is that worth it? Maybe. Let's take a quick look. I'm not even going to ask any more questions. He's generational. Pick 2 overall, 96 strength. He looks way too good to pass on. That's a generational player. I'm damn certain of it. Most top 5s are at lineman, but dude looks insane, man. What am I supposed to do? Say no? Offensive line, another guy, top 5. Is he generational as well? All right. We're just making plays. Pick 4 overall, hidden dev, super fast, strength is high. These draft picks, we've never gone this high O-line, but this is what we need. We need offensive linemen. We've been holding these draft picks for so long with these trade downs, and it's about time we get to, reap the benefits. Then we have, Cannon, the 6'3" guy. We're going to take all these top 5s. Top 5 is basically foolproof, and they're all hidden on top of it. We've had plenty of top 5 corners that aren't hidden. We're killing it right now. I think he's probably going to play safety, or somebody on this team's going to play safety. That's why I scouted corner and safety, because I still kind of need safety. But even with those draft picks, we still have second-round picks here. So, I think with that being said, we're probably going to move down to the late portion of this second round, maybe even take a safety on top of it, but I do need some other players. I still need, a linebacker. I could still use a slot wide receiver down the line, so we're not really holding on to future picks too much. We might still have some, though, right, because we made some crazy trade downs. But we'll see what we want to do here. The Commanders also kind of middle of the recording of this, Debo is traded to the Commanders. I think in real life it could be a pretty sick move, but in Madden, he's a really low overall now. He's like 81 overall, I believe. So I'm not really feeling it as much. I'll definitely do a rebuild for them, but I'm not going to cut this one and do that right now. Also, this is a good trade. I'll take this. I don't think I'm going to do that. So, we're likely just going to have this for Sunday. Are those safeties all still there? I see one of them go. Two of them maybe. What else we got? Can I please? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. We have another corner in Pryor. He's 6'4". He's really slow compared to the guy we took, though. 4.57. Curious to see what he's like, but yeah, he's slow as hell. Safeties. One of them was a 2-3. What about the other two? Bonds, 5'9". Compton at 6'3" is rare. 6'3" for a safety is pretty rare. How fast was he again? I'm going to take him. Joe Compton. If he's heading that to me, goated. 50 true. It's so rare to see a pure safety be that tall. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Of course, at this point, though, I'm going to take that lineman, Mr. Quayshawn Brooks. Looks great. This lineman class is unbelievable. 6 true talent, mind you. This is one of the best this is the hands-down best offensive line class we have ever had by a mile. And at 17, it's going to be a little close, but I think we might be able to pull off the linebacker as well. If not, that 6'3" safety is 219. So maybe we're looking at one of those positions being linebacker. Grant, really fast. Do you trust pure speed? I've been burned by it in the past. Then we have Wilcox, who's projected a little bit later. I think he might be a little bit better. I think I'm going to just go for whoever is the best attributes. So we have a lot of really good players here. Catching, that doesn't really show a whole lot. Hit power of A, B block shed. Crompton looks the best, right? Kamani Crompton. All right, Kamani Crompton. I have been sold. I thought it said 6 again. 70 true. Normal dev. Oh, man. You can't win them all. It's a really good draft up to this point, so... we have anybody else? Seems like a lot of the linebackers are still there, so we should be able to get another one here. Got all the options in the world. The fastest is Wilcox. Is he the option that I want to go with, though? Let's see. A lot of options here. Hit power is a bit better on Reynaud. Coverage kind of similar. We don't know a lot about a lot of these guys. Ashmore is probably the best of the bunch, but he's going to be the slowest. Do I go Ashmore? I'll take Ashmore. I've really had bad luck with hidden devs for outside linebackers. But not today, apparently. Hidden dev 29 in the third. We're definitely not going to be able to get another linebacker. But if there is one there, I'm going to take one. One pick. Reynaud. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, they're all gone too. Gibson, really good man, press, and zone coverage. Stokes is UDFA, and he's really fast. So I'm going to take Gibson and then take Stokes the next round, I think. Another DB. 83 true. Hidden dev. He looked really good, right? That was pretty easy to see. I just didn't know if he was going to be hit or not. I figured he'd be low 70s, and that's good enough for me to take. Next pick, we have a couple of wide receivers here, but I'm just going to take the fast guy, Stokes. Kevin Stokes, really, really fast, 4.24, 76 true, normal dev, unfortunately. And then honestly, if there's more wide receivers at 11, I'll take another one. You could argue we didn't do super well at safety, but that was the one positional need I had that we didn't fill. Eli Mabry, that'll be our last draft pick. Rest will be traded down, I think. Another fast guy with normal. And this doesn't count as a trade up because not only is it a year from now, but also I am trading all of my picks down for the best value I could get. Really shocked that we got this, though, by the way. Future picks really just have that little value, huh? At least it's consistent because our future picks usually mean nothing as well. It's at best I'm using a third and beyond to trade up with something like a third and, whatever. So usually you lose a lot of value trading up with those later picks. But JoJo Booth, I don't know if he was good or not, but that's a fullback, man. That's what I was going to use this pick on. They probably took the best fullback right before me. I'm taking the guy with one extra N in his name, Mr. Boner. All right, here we go. I'm hoping for some 78 overall linemen. Okay, not quite, but very good. This draft is busted, though. Pretty much like, what, 10 70 overalls. 10 70 overall pluses. That's crazy. I'm hoping these guys are all superstar. Even if they're not, they're really high overall. If I had to guess, I don't know. That strength is telling me maybe, but I actually don't know if this guy's superstar or not. Let's find out. There you go. It's a great start. 1 superstar lineman down in the books. Then we have Knighton. Might actually be a center. 6'2". Probably makes sense. That's got to be generational, right? That guy's busted. He's like got ratings that are good everywhere. Another superstar lineman. That's already a dub. Those 2 picks being superstar, worth every penny. Dante Cannon. I mean, he's not the best in man. Oh, he's only 204. I thought he was 219. Either way, I think he's going to be our new starting strong safety. Don't care. Brother, we're killing it. This has been a draft. Down to a 73 overall, unfortunately. Quayshawn Brooks. Maybe that's super. He can't be a tackle, dude. Somebody here's got to be a tackle. It's going to be this guy. I don't care. What's his dev? Okay, star dev. If it would have been superstar, that would have been easily the best lineman class I've ever had. Still arguably. Also, did he go up at overall to tackle? I'm not even sure. Mr. Crompton. I think he'll be our left out because he needs dev. This guy's good, though. Don't get it twisted. Disappointed about no hidden dev, but really good. But yeah, he needs the most. Somebody putting him at left outside linebacker. I think that makes the most sense. The guy that needs the most is going to be put in the position that is best equipped to develop besides middle linebacker. And then right outside linebacker, Ashmore, who is hidden development trait. Ashmore, the linebacker, no zone coverage, but who does have any on the linebacker squad? I guess that guy we just looked at is pretty good too. Ashmore, star dev. I mean, the other guy's better. Normal dev, but he's better. There's no doubt about it. Way more balanced. And then we have Gibson. 5'11", pretty good slot corner. I think we do need a slot corner, right? So that's exactly the position he will be playing. Dev of star, pretty good. But those linemen, man, those guys are obviously the gem of this thing. And then we have Stokes, who's a 72 overall. Maybe can develop a little bit. Insanely athletic, and he's got really good catching. And honestly, we pretty much took everyone I wanted to take, so there's really no point in looking anywhere else. Look at this offensive line, the Blues. The blue is taking over. The offense looks great, though. You got 390-plus overalls, a really good quarterback, really good tight end. The offensive line's well on its way with 2 superstars entering. Then you have the linebackers. They're all young. Corners, DBs, they're all young. Maybe Aiden can even carry us to the playoffs, maybe even the Super Bowl. A lot of money. Crisp is actually pretty damn worthy of this contract. Hopefully it doesn't cost us too much. We're looking at a 5-year 90. It's costly, but he's an 83 overall, so worthy. You know, it's under 20 per. We've seen way worse contracts than that. And then you look at the rest of the squad, and I mean, you don't really have to pay anyone, right? You have Greer coming up, but you know he's not looking at more than like 30-ish. The real worry is that, well, we've turned into the New Orleans Lions, and it's costing us a lot of money, literally $80 million per year. If we win this game, believe it or not, we actually get the number 1 seed. And now, before the season started, I wouldn't be completely shocked by it. It's just the fact that we were like 4-3 at one point, 3-3, I believe, and yet we win, and we're in with a 12-5 record. The bye week. Not only just our first playoff season, but also a bye week season on top of that. But I mean, this start to the season was like, okay, we're probably going to go like 10-7, right? 10-7. We go 12-5, and somehow that's enough to actually be the best in the entire conference. Thankfully, it's the NFC side, as it seems that we would not have done this if this was the AFC. Weber, please tell me this is the year he gets to star dev minimum. Cook was pretty good. Jameson Williams, once again, great. Goes the X Factor. Greer was great again, considering he's the number 2. And then Irving, really good year, especially with those touchdowns. Blocking, even Siri. 8 sacks allowed for a 6'2" tackle is not bad, especially for Madden. Sacks in general for us. Hutchinson 14, Tolbert 12, McMillan with 11, 8.5 for Crisp. Picks with 4 for Little. It's a great year altogether. Kicking was pretty good. Punting, Reed keeps going down, but he's still doing well enough. We even had a kick return touchdown. That's the kind of year we just had. MVP of the league goes to Mahomes. Is our guy on the list? He is at 7. Tell me that once again, please. Williams, Offensive Player of the Year, number 2. Whalen's been killing it, but I still regret nothing. Best Offensive Player goes to Simpson. Rookie of the Year on defense goes to Ashmore, even though we actually propped up the other guy. So I don't know how that happened, but we'll take it. QB number 3 for Weber, that's Pro Bowl, and hopefully that dev up. Running back at number 7, wide receiver at number 2, best offensive lineman at number 4, D-line at number 2, number 4, and number 7. One year, hell of a year for the D-line. Looking at the linebackers, bunch of duplicate teams. You got the Eagles and the Giants, both duplicating players in there. No to the DB. Nope, actually Little at 6, and then kicker at number 9. Go to the divisional round. Let's see who is in it. Anyone but, I don't really know, actually. Like, who do we have here? The Lions, the Vikings, the Rams, and Packers are probably the 2 scariest scheme teams, and obviously the Eagles always have a great roster, but I like our odds. I really do. The Falcons have a pretty good scheme, too, to be fair, but I like our odds here. Going to the end of the game, starting off with 7. They get 7 right back, though. Once again, I love the black background with like a bright color. I suppose most teams' timeouts are pretty damn bright. Look at that. Oh, my God. The Falcons are just scoring so quickly, though. 35-21. All right, it's all tied up, though. This has been a crazy one. I don't think you go for this, but at the same time, I also don't like our defense that's given up 38 points, it seems, unless the offense gave one up. Greer in number 26 is discussing. I hope we lose. A chance on offense to win the game. And that's pretty good. It's not a great throw, but Greer gets the job done for the first down. Weber, not a great game because of those 2 picks, but overall 4 touchdowns is pretty good. All right, able to continue that drive. Come on, make it count. There you go. Up by 4. We get a stop. I mean, we're holding a lead. 3rd and 7, we get the conversion. I don't care if you say that we were the reasons we did it. I don't trust the defense, but we could have. They did not score. The team would have had another chance, and they did drive down right there. If they needed to score and they had some more time, probably do score there. But, of course, we do end up winning, headed to the championship round, divisional matchup against a divisional rival. Looking at the quarterback matchups, Weber, he did play well. He was slinging that thing through the 2 picks, but he still was able to overcome those. Cook was great. Receivers, a bunch of different names. Even Sky Moore getting involved in there. Looking at the sack totals, 2 for Hutchinson, 2 for McMillan. It was pretty much all us. Interceptions, Clifford, Phillips, Melifonwu, clean kicking, and a win for us. Championship round, is it going to be that Eagles team like we suspect? And it will be. I'm very curious to see what they looked like because, once again, we stole their bye week, so they had to play 2 games here. We obviously won our game there. The Eagles, 33-29 over the Lions, and then 38-35 over the Packers. So a lot of close games, but also high-scoring games. They can put those points up, but they can also give those points up. So hopefully we're on our best behavior. They are a better team than us. They are 3 overalls higher. I'm worried. All right, winner represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. Looks like we got to stop, but they got to stop too. They get a touchdown, but no extra point. We get a touchdown with the extra point. Another touchdown. They get a touchdown. We get a touchdown. There's a lot of scoring here. Right before half, massive touchdown. Could be for the Super Bowl. The field goal's not going to do it. Eagles aren't giving up just yet. And we hold on. We're headed to the Super Bowl. The first season we are in the playoffs is one that is going to take us all the way to the Super Bowl. It felt like we should have been in the playoffs last year, in fairness, but this team, it does look pretty good. Aiden Hutchinson might be the straw that broke the camel's back in terms of like gatekeeping the playoffs, if you will. Daquan Jones with a sack. Those of you guys are usually just mentors to give us XP, but he actually got involved. He said, no, I'm going to earn this ring if we get one. Crompton with a pick, but Mitchell and DeJean, the rookie duo, if you will, getting their job done there. Extra point missed by Elliott, but I don't think it really made a difference. The Super Bowl, I seen the Chargers in there. I don't know if any other team. It was the Bills. Man, I hate those 2 teams, specifically the Bills, though. We've had so many games where we just can't score against them. Hopefully that's not the case here, but let's take a look how they got here. Did they also beat the Chiefs or no? Keep clicking it this way. This is not how I wanted to do it. The Bills, they beat the Chiefs, the Colts, and the Chargers. The Chiefs specifically, obviously, a scary team to play, and they took them on not with ease, but they got the job done. That's all that really matters. We have a higher overall than them. They do have less wins than us. That's usually how the Bills operate. 10, 11 wins. That's usually how they get it done. DevOps, we see Williams goes to X Factor. Weber goes to Star. Defensively, Ashmore goes up to Superstar, I believe. And Crompton goes to Star, but McKnight is still normal Dev. But that's not bad. Was Cannon already Superstar? I think he was, right? Yeah, he was Superstar for sure. Really good at safety, apparently. I mean, that's fine by me. Here it is, though, for all the marbles already. Super Bowl in year 4, technically. But it's our first season in the playoffs, once again. Such a weird one. Year 4 is just a magical year. Don't care what anyone says. Dixon, X-Factor. Who's that? All right, end of the game for all the marbles. The problem with this Bills team, though, like I mentioned, their defense is just so hard to score on. We got 10, though. It's not a bad start. Oh, we had a chance before half. It's 13-10 game. I mean, we're using their defense, so it's actually working against them. 20-10. One score could do it. But if you're the Bills, so could one score for them. As right now, we get a huge 3rd and 10 conversion. It could be it. And we do! I think we do! 20-17. Once again, the first season we're in the playoffs is a Super Bowl winning one. Honestly, all those here's the thing. We say this almost every time, which is why I'm saying we go down the line here. Those trade downs, if we ban trade downs, I have a different idea, but we could also do a banning trade downs in general one, which I feel is basically impossible. But if we ban trade downs, this is like a 10-year rebuild. You know, this offensive line draft we had, it really came through because of all those high draft picks we had, which, to be fair, we don't need those linemen. I don't think they were even pivotal here. I think it was Aiden Hutchinson. Jameson Williams, Cook. I think those guys are all huge parts of this more than those linemen were. But they did help, obviously. But, we killed it. We killed it. Somehow won the Super Bowl here in year 4. I wonder if we could do better in a different rebuild. Maybe. Because, maybe we should have went Waylon. Maybe Waylon was the guy we should have went for. Because dude was like the best DT in the league ever since being drafted. I mean, he really was that good. So those generational types truly do play like generational types most of the time. Let's actually see what overall he is. I'm kind of curious. The Vikings, he's obviously a 99 overall. I don't know why I said what overall. He's close to 99, but I want to see what his actual ratings are. 95 overall, not quite that 99, but yeah, I mean, he's just insane. Like, was this a mistake of ours? Maybe. Didn't have a great year the year before, but 19 sacks. 17 into 8.5 into 19. That's ridiculous. Who couldn't use those numbers on their team? But let's take a look at what we did do. See the players we did draft and develop rather than players we didn't. Offensive line, after 1 year, 84, 84, 84, 83, 80 overall. The linemen are cool. Their ratings don't really, do anything for me. Whereas, looking at a tight end or a wide receiver, looking at that tight end will do something for me. But looking at, tight end, running back, wide receiver, quarterback, those types of players, a little bit more cool in my opinion. I don't even know if you guys want to see this stuff, do you? 81 truck, 83 stiff arm. Are those upgrades he's getting and that's causing that, or did he start with that? Because I always forget, because 9 times out of 10, those players are just terrible for juking and, breaking tackles and whatnot. Jameson Williams, though, 92 overall. Short route's still pretty mid, but he is great. I mean, that is a really good wide receiver. Absolutely now worth $37 million per, I would argue. And then, of course, in the wide receiver 2, Greer came out swinging. That's the thing, though. If we would have went Whalen, we wouldn't have had Greer. And I think our DT position is absolutely fine. We literally got a normal dev, like 90 or 82, or not 80, 62, 63 overall DT, and he turned out to be like a mid-80s DT because we started him as a rookie, and he had a pretty good year. So, I mean, I feel like that position's a little more dime a dozen versus wide receiver where you could draft a billion of them and they're never good. James Cook, though, 92 overall. He didn't really go up much after joining us, but he's been serviceable, right? We would have never had a running back even close to 4 yards per carry by now, let alone higher than that. Weber, if we didn't go for him, of course. Weber, not a great deep accuracy guy, but everything else is great. I wonder if that's why the picks are kind of flowing, because I don't know, maybe they aren't. What do you guys think is the most common depth for an interception? Surely it's like mid-range, right? Throwing over the middle. I don't know. I really don't know. Clifford, he's okay. Still pretty young, but yeah, he was always raw, just had high dev. High dev is in hidden, and that's kind of all that matters. Dante Cannon, 82 overall. Really good man coverage, solid zone. That hybrid, man, it's probably the best upgrade in the entire game for coverage. It's just so good. You'll get all the styles, going with hybrid as safety. Ashmore, not great in coverage, but amazing in block shed already. Could play DT if you really needed him to. Then we look over at the left outside linebacker, Crompton. Straight out of Crompton. Kamani, pretty good coverage. Just focusing on that block shed because you can't really mix up the archetypes. Once again, I wish you could, because it takes way too long. Like I said, I don't know how many of you guys watch rebuilds, or if you watch people do them live, maybe how many of those people actually manually upgrade. There's no way, right? It's got to be like none. Those people deserve like all the praise in the world if they're manually upgrading all their players, because it's so slow, dude. It is, like, even just, like, you know, fixing the depth chart and signing players each offseason takes, like, 10 to 15 minutes, because, you know, there's a bunch of practice squad players they automatically sign. I'm like, no, I need some mentors. No, I need a higher overall backup here. I need to reorder the depth chart, all that stuff. It takes a long time. The upgrades, though, that's like a whole nother beast. You know, that's just, it's too slow. You got a couple hundred upgrades each rebuild. It's just not happening. Tolbert, unbelievable, though. He was great as a rookie, so obviously he's only going to get better from there. Aiden Hutchinson, even though we didn't obviously upgrade him, I'm still curious to see what he looks like. I think we might have even looked at him already. I mean, look at that, dude. 99 power move almost, but basically 99 everything. I'm really curious to see this DT, though. Yeah, Crisp is an 86 overall that started as a low 60. I mean, I'm telling you, these DTs specifically, if they're finesse type and they have a good rookie year, they can go from 0 to hero instantly. Shout out to last rebuild we did. McMillan, not great, but good block shed. Very strong, smart, good tackler. And then special teamers, normally I wouldn't look, but these guys both are, they're kind of special builds, right? 97 kick power with pretty good accuracy, ends up becoming an 85 accuracy. And then obviously the punter is literally a generational punter. So, well, actually, I don't know. Is he not a generational punter? Star Dev? I didn't even know he wasn't superstar, but 99 kick power, I thought he was generational. Maybe not. Still really, really good. Super high overall as well. But that's pretty much going to be it for this 0 overall rebuild. I think we still got it. I still think we've proven as rebuilders, we have still got it. Of course, I want to try to ramp up these difficulties, so maybe we'll do it slowly but surely down the line. Maybe next one we'll tinker with the draft strength sliders, perhaps. And then we've got a bunch of other ideas that we could do. Like I said, no trading down. We already did this one a little bit tougher where we couldn't trade up, which is already pretty big. You know, there's a lot of really good players. We might have been able to do this a year ago. Maybe not because Aiden Hutchinson, but if Aiden Hutchinson was there a year ago, might have been able to do it a season sooner if we were able to trade up for linebackers, because there's a lot of linebackers we missed out on because we couldn't trade up. So if you guys want to see that, let me know by maybe leaving a like. Subscribe if you're new. If not new, I do appreciate good support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. Should have a Batman video tomorrow, unless I did end up deciding to hold this one and doing the Commanders Deebo Samuel's trade rebuild. Deebo Samuel rebuild. If not, though, then Batman tomorrow. But if I did, then Batman Friday, because I would imagine this would come out on like a Tuesday or Thursday or something like that. Regardless, thanks for watching. All the guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya! And once again, shout out to all the members of the channel, especially brand new member Cody Elmer. Welcome to the membership club, if we want to call it a club. We have a couple of members-only rebuilds and a few rebuilds for you to check out if you haven't already, and that goes for anyone that's a member and anyone that hasn't become a member yet. Maybe click the join button. The details will be in there. Once again, a couple of exclusive members only videos, with including a rebuild once a month, every 15th of the month, so check that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, member or not, and see ya.